Like, every dollar counts.
All right, Flock Wall Street, I was going back, looking at footage from the open practice again, and I was trying to parse things out to think about what I'm going to look for in the first preseason game. We know a bunch of starters aren't going to play in the first preseason game, so I was trying to look for storylines to really kind of set you guys off and to give you guys something to look forward to. And I was looking at this particular quarterback right here, and I was like, who the hell is this? I was like, it's not Tyler Huntley, because when you do this enough, you get to learn throwing motions and hand brakes and everything of the sort, which is why I try to go through that with you guys, just so you guys can get familiar with that and being able to look at people's mechanics and know who they are, because trying to look at these jersey numbers for the Ravens, that ain't going to happen. A lot of these guys, everybody out there look like Lamar Jackson back there, quarterback, to be honest with you. Let's be real here. But not all black people look alike.
Message.
So my man right here with the tight to the vest, handbrake, you got nice base width there. His shoulders aren't up, or his elbows aren't up. So that would, to me, indicate that that's not Tyler Huntley. He likes to keep his elbows out and deliver through. But I seen this motion right here, a little bit elongated, and then look at that. You see that 3/4 delivery there? I was like, man, that looks super familiar. And you know your boy don't be paying attention to everything, considering I cover a decent amount of teams. So I had to go and try to figure out who this was, and I'm like, what? Anthony Brown? What? Man, Anthony Brown is my guy. I did a film study on Anthony Brown a couple of years ago that I'm going to repost right here for you guys so you can get familiar with his skill set. I think Anthony Brown is one of these guys that could make Baltimore kind of a conveyor belt, right? So obviously, nobody can ever replace a Lamar Jackson straight up, but there's a reason why Tyler Huntley was getting so much love, because he's like, what's that grocery store, that cheap grocery, like a shopper's version of Lamar Jackson. Not to take anything away from Huntley, but we saw with the extended action with 3 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, when everyone was coming there talking about, oh, they should let Action Jackson go for Tyler Huntley. And I was wanting to slap everybody the fuck up, smack their teeth out and everything, because I'm thinking, man, that is exactly what people do to someone like Lamar Jackson. They think that they're easily replaceable because they don't like them in the first place. But then they go and get someone that plays like them. So it's just letting me know that people actually do like Lamar Jackson, because a guy like Tyler Huntley would have probably ran a good premium on the open market and could have fetched them some really good draft picks. So eventually Tyler Huntley, man, if they can build him up, he has to go, and then you have to have somebody right in line behind him that can do that. And I believe Anthony Brown may be that dude. Very similar if we look right here. Brown, 60 touchdowns and 27 interceptions playing in the ACC and then the Pac-12. Obviously he was around a little bit more talent in Oregon, but he did his thing in Boston College. I love that cat. Watching him at Boston College, he's an East Coast cat. Y'all know I feel I'm straight East Coast to the bone gristle here. And he did his thing, and he improved on his completion percentage and everything at Oregon. I'd like to see Anthony Brown continue to grow. But you guys got to let me know what you think about that. That's exactly what happened in New England, where they would have those guys behind Tom Brady, and they would continue to crank out a Matt Castle or Jimmy Garoppolo and all these guys behind them, and then reap the benefits of that. I think Baltimore can be like that off the strength of what Lamar Jackson does.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.
All right, so check this out. At Boston College, in Mike Bajakian's offense, it was a pro style mixed in with a ton of elements of the spread. So I would say that under Steve Adazio's guidance, of course, he's going to have a lot of QBs that are versed in a whole bunch of different concepts and schemes. Now, he worked from under center a lot. Probably something he won't be doing at Oregon. Of course not. You see here, back to the basket play action fake on this trap play, right? They're going to trap a guy there, but the offensive line gets super muddy, right? Super muddy, but he's able to navigate and make something out of nothing. You see here, pretty decent pocket field. Was going to pass this, but look, everybody's in his lap. He has like 2 of his own teammates in his lap. He has to reset, bolster pocket, gets it out the back door. Now scramble rules ensue. And he's able to make something out of nothing. Very kind of like Darren Thomas from back in the day, right? Not to make the obvious comparison to that, but throwing mechanics and everything like that does kind of remind me of Darren Thomas. This is a pretty good throw, though. Made something out of nothing. All right, you're going to be working towards the boundary here. And even though they're in a shotgun with an empty formation, I wouldn't necessarily consider this a spread. Nobody's pushed out past the numbers on the wide side of the field. And it's more of a constricted space they're working with. So they're going against a little bit of an overhang defender here with the linebacker in the corner, going against an out in a slant route. So he navigates this with his eyes by manipulating and really looking at the out portion of this combination. And he does a good job of coming to the slant. So immediately comes out here on the pull. He's looking at down. This shoots both defenders over there to the out route. But he knows exactly where he wants to go with this. Look at his mechanics, though. Look how far he brings this bad boy down. Got an elongated delivery in his kind of 3/4. It's a funny throwing style. But he can be very accurate at times. And this was a good throw here. But great eye manipulation and a great understanding of the defense. If I had to pick one attribute that I think Joe Moorhead was attracted to, for Anthony Brown, it had to be the fact that they use him on a lot of sprints and rollouts and boots. We see right here, though, him making a mistake. There's a smash concept going on at the top of the screen here, but it's into kind of a combination coverage to where the cornerback, it looks like he's going to be kind of in man coverage, and then he sinks back and he gets hit. He being Anthony Brown trying to hit the corner route. So we see him on the sprint action going on. Now, you originally think that this guy's in man coverage, he's going to stay with the quick curl right here. However, my man right here sinks back. He already had committed that he wanted to go to this corner route. He should have kind of maybe aborted and threw it away, but he tries to make something out of it, and he threw it into double coverage, and it probably would have gotten picked off by the guy who was covering the corner route anyway. But you see here, terrible mistake. You can see it from this angle. It was just a poor choice all around because the cornerback right here was going to undercut this anyway. You see him, he already starting to undercut it. And then, of course, this guy dropping back and actually intercepting it. So just poor. But he doesn't make a ton of mistakes, so that's the good thing about him. All right, tough kid staring down the gun barrel in this particular throw. Puts it on the money too, right? So this has to do with the personnel that he's throwing to, not necessarily him, because he puts this bad boy in a tight window, and it's a perfect, accurate throw, and his man just dropped it. Check it out from this side right here. Now we get to see his arm. You get to see his arm sliding up close. Look at that. Look how far it comes down. Kind of like almost like Byron Leftwich maybe. All right, booting out the pocket again. A fake jet action going on. Now look, they're going to boot this out. Looks like it could be kind of a sprint out, actually. But guess what? Nope. Got him out the pocket on some split flow action damn near. Throw it back across the field. Good stuff right there. Just using his legs in a whole bunch of different fashions. All right, quick decision making. Definitely is going to be in vogue in Joe Moorhead's offense. Got spacing concept here. Looks it off, manipulates, immediately is able to anticipate this throw between these two linebackers. Right, sticks route, hits him, allows him enough time to get upfield and get this first down on a 3rd and 8. All right, we see him at depth here in the shotgun, pushing the ball down the field a little bit. They still roll him out and really drop him past depth and let him push the ball down the field. I'm not sure if that's indicative of what they feel about their offensive line, but you see him pushing the ball downfield. Touchdown. All right, back under center. Back to the basket, play action fake. Immediately whips his head around. Now working with the tight end, Boston College was real big on throwing the ball to the tight end, and so is Joe Moorhead. So look at the accurate throw here to a tight window. Puts it right on the money. Very accurate throw. I think he was starting to hit his groove when he got that knee injury. So I wanted to see what he was going to be able to do the rest of the season. But, man, even better, he'd be able to do it at Oregon, right, a place where he has an infinite amount of talent at his disposal, way more so than Boston College. All right, here's another strike. But one thing I want to do in the future is go back and see if Boston College had a heavy emphasis on the tag game, because we know Joe Moorhead is all about that tag game, and we will have to see what his ball handling and the decision-making is like working those pass tags on the back of run calls. So, all right, here we go. Front-facing play action fake. Get depth. Let's look at the footwork. We haven't done that yet. Nice spacing. Push off on that front leg. Great weight transfer. Holds the ball. I kind of like that. He holds the ball kind of at his chest, so that's real strong. Somebody trying to bat at it when people are holding it real down low. But that's great spacing with his feet. Steps into it with a point and shoot foot. So, yep, steps into it, draws out that back leg. Get his Byron Leftwich on. Delivers another strike. Look at the product placement.
All right, real quick, all my peeps out Baltimore County. We're talking Essex, Dundalk, Bowley's Quarters, Middle River. All my peeps out Howard County, of course. My dogs up in PG County. The whole Commonwealth of Virginia and some of Baltimore City. I want all you dudes to stand right up and hit that thanks button right here. So now you can tip your boy, tip your waiter, because you know I be serving that hibachi every time I come through. They got you at $2, $5, $10, $50. Definitely make sure you hit that $50. Click buy and send. It'll bring up your Google payment and you can get to tipping your waiter, because you know how we get down. All right? Let's get back to it.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.